Over 6,200 lives are claimed per year by motorcycle accidents. Around 2,200 occur when the occupant isn't wearing a helmet. Motorcycles can be described by one word, and that is dangerous. Every year, thousands of people die due to motorcycle crashes, and a massive portion of that are due to the riders wearing improper gear or not following the law. While gear may not be able to completely protect your bones, they are still enough to save your life. When it comes to current day safety gear and safety features, there's plenty, with carbon fiber helmets that can save your skull, jackets, gloves, and several other key pieces that can play a major role in preventing deaths. But bike riders still choose not to wear them. Another key role when it comes to why there are so many bike crashes is because the riders do not follow the law. For example, finding a video or a clip of someone going over 100 on the freeway is pretty easy. The main idea of this essay speech is that drivers must prioritize wearing proper gear and safety while riding. Over the duration of this speech, I will be going over the importance of motorcycle safety. I will be firstly how effective motorcycle protection is and what riding is like without proper gear and not abiding by traffic laws. Secondly, I will be going over the different types of gear and how effective each different kind is. And finally, I will be going over steps to ensure motorcycle safety for all. Firstly, riders need to give higher priority to gear and laws while riding, since they currently don't. One of the best ways riders can ensure their safety is by wearing protective gear. And wearing protective gear can save your life in several different ways that you may not realize before, but after you get into a crash, you realize how important it really is. Firstly, the most basic and important piece of equipment every rider must have is a helmet, since it takes the majority of the impact away from the head/neck position. Yet a lot of riders still do not wear a helmet. According to MotorShark, around 50% of motorcycle riders don't wear helmets. On the other hand, over 40% of motorcycle deaths involve the riders not wearing a helmet. Also, MotorShark says unhelmeted motorcyclists sustained double the amount of head injuries at 8.1% compared to helmeted motorcyclists at 5.3%. Wearing no helmet provides much greater risk compared to not wearing a helmet, as seen the fatality rate among those who don't wear a helmet is far higher than those who don't. Along with wearing a helmet, wearing a proper jacket, gloves, boots, and pants can also save you from getting serious damage to your skin. While it may not be able to prevent you from breaking bones, it's still enough to prevent you from getting severe burns on your skin and potentially needing to get a body part amputated. Also, most riders don't prioritize the law while driving. One of the leading causes for the high death rate of motorcycles are due to the riders not following traffic laws. That involves driving drunk, speeding, or doing crazy stunts, or even all three, which can lead to the death of the said rider. According to Forbes Advisor, over 34% of all motorcycle deaths involve the rider going well over the speed limit. Along with this, it isn't very hard to find a video of the rider speeding. In fact, a simple Google search will yield results. Also, according to Forbes Advisor, over 24% of all riders are due to drunk driving. This also includes single vehicle crashes, making up around 40% or 881 deaths as of 2020 alone. My second point, different gears and their effectiveness. According to motorcycleaccident.org, wearing a motorcycle can absorb the majority of the impact that is caused. Also, wearing pads on your knees, elbows, and wrists can also absorb most of the impact, not all, but still the majority. Also, according to CDC, helmets are one of the most useful pieces of protective equipment available. They have saved over 1,800 lives and around $1.5 billion worth of economic costs as of 2023 alone. There are several different forms of protective gear you can wear while riding, including armored vests, gloves, armored shorts and pants, knee braces, and guards. However, wearing gear can also have its own drawbacks, including being bulky and heavy. Wearing gear made of lighter material like Kevlar or Aramid is much lighter and doesn't feel as bulky as wearing normal gear. These materials are also much more comfortable than the average material that gear is made from. However, wearing heavier gear also has its own perks. They add a better sense of security compared to wearing lightweight gear. Also, heavier gear has higher and better quality padding compared to that of lightweight gear. Additionally, heavier gear has better insulation, making it better for all weather types. Also, following the traffic laws should be at the top priority of every rider whilst out riding. Not following the law can have serious consequences, ranging from a small ticket to getting your license revoked or even resulting in your death if you're not caught. Finally, steps to enhance motorcycle safety. One of the first steps a rider can take to ensure motorcycle safety is by taking the MSF safety course. The MSF safety course is a course that aspiring riders can take to attain a riding license. The requirements vary by state, but the basis is still very much the same. You have to be at least 16 years old and have at least an intermediate car license. Once passed this course, the instructor will hand a certificate that can be signed, and boom, there's your license. Also, before you get your bike or even your license, you have to invest in safety gear, which can also be quite expensive. Almost as expensive as a biker getting, depending on the bike. The basics a new rider should be looking for is a DOT-approved helmet, along with other approved protective wear such as jackets, gloves, pants, and boots made of abrasion-resistant material. Finally, the third way of ensuring safety is by increasing legislation around bikes. Examples being more severe penalties for speeding, not more expensive tickets, or even completely revoking the rider's license. One example of this being used is if the rider is somehow drunk while riding. Also, creating specific lanes for bikes would also help, since there have been several instances where cars have endangered the lives of bikers by turning or switching lanes without noticing them, or even going out of their way and endangering the lives of the bikers. To conclude, you have now seen how bad the situation surrounding motorcycle safety is and how the majority of drivers aren't concerned too much about safety while riding. I have shown over 50% of all rider deaths are from the riders not wearing proper gear or protective gear, which led to their own deaths. I also have shown the common disregard for traffic laws, with over 34% of deaths coming from those who have gone over the speed limit, and another 27% coming from those who were driving drunk. Finally, I have shown several different ways to improve rider safety, ranging from mandatory safety course taken to attain the license, purchasing your protective gear well prior to actually getting your bike, and laws and regulations. Call to action. Now it is important your future riders is time to shine. Buy proper gear prior to actually getting your bike. Make sure the gear is also reputable. For example, ATG helmets and gear. Also taking an MSF safety course to attain the proper license and following the traffic laws after you get a bike. Following these laws not only shows you trying your hardest to ride as safely as possible, but can also influence others to do so. Motorcycles are one of the most exciting and exhilarating pieces of machinery ever made. But at the end of the day, they're just toys, and your life isn't worth losing over a toy. And remember the saying, just for the slide, not the ride.